Good evening, friends. Welcome back for 12 Days of Crafty Christmas, Day 2. As you hop on, say hello. I hope those of you who tuned in last night, thank you. And those who commented today that they watched the replay, that is wonderful that you did, and I hope you enjoyed the project. You'll see it hanging over here. So let's get things up and running here in front of me so I can see who's commenting and chitty chat with you as you're there. I'll give you just a second. So you'll see the poster that goes up at 7:30 to remind you that I'll be live at 8 for 12 Days of Crafty Christmas. And as I said, this is day 2 and I forgot to flip the camera around, so this is going to look weird to you. But when I flip the camera down, you will see it and it'll all make sense to you. So let's just put that out of the way. Okay, so I said today we were going to make a little notebook holder, and I'm going to bring in a few different sets that may leave us. Chances are 95% sure that most of these are going to leave us from the holiday mini, or the, what do we call it, September to December mini, just because that's just usually what happens, is that most of these things retire. So I've brought in the Snowy Wonder, the Reindeer Fun, some of the dies, not the stamp set, and then the Naughty and Nice online exclusive. So that is one that you can get right now in the online exclusive store. And the other ones, of course, have been available since September when that catalog launched. But this will be a cute little notepad that you can use for the rest of the month, or you can switch it out to something new in the products that are coming, and make it more of like an everyday seasonal sort of thing. All right, so I'll flip you around and we'll get started. I just wanted you to see that I did hang up last night's wreath and have it on display in the craft room, and it looks very, very cute. For the studio, I should say. All right, so let me flip you around and let me just get my computer where I need it. I have double screens over beside me, so, and then of course the screen in front of me. So got multiple things to control here. All right, so we'll flip you around and we'll get started on our little notepad for tonight. All right. Let me switch you this way, move you closer, and flip you around. Okay, that was a little more seamless than last night. And let's just zoom you in here, and then we should be ready. Okay. And let me get this stool out of the way because I still need to cut the legs off of it because it's too high for the table that I sit at. So I usually just stand when I'm doing my thing. So I'll show you the little notepad shaker card. Well, it's not a card, it's a little notepad. So it's a 4x6 little notepad. When you flip it open, that's a little notepad underneath. And then, of course, it's got a little shaker window. And then we've just used elements from the Reindeer Fun suite. And then I brought in the Naughty and Nice stamp from the Naughty and Nice stamp set. So you've got a couple little images here that you can use. I love this little set, but I bought it just for that stamp because, you know, you've always got the naughty and the nice people on your list. And then I've just tagged it as a little nice list. But if you tag it with the peppermint on your naughty list, well, then it can house all the naughties in your life that you need to buy for. So as I said, you're going to get a 4x6 little notebook. You can do these bigger, but these are perfect to just slide into your purse. And I just bought those online. I've got a piece of basic white that is 7 inches by 4 1/8. And you're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch and 1 inch. And that's just so it has like a little bit of a band to wrap around. There is a bit of room there, but that's okay. If your notepad is a little bit thicker than that one, then you'll have some room there that will adjust for it. And I just remembered I didn't grab my tear tape, so we're going to grab that. And then you're going to need 2 pieces that are 1.5 by 4 1/4. And they're just going to go here. We are going to cut down a little bit, so I've cut them just a little bit larger so that we can tear them and make snow on the bottom. And then we're going to emboss that. But first, we need to put a little window in there. So I'm going to bring in the smaller globe die. I'm going to do a little bit different one tonight, and we're going to use that. Okay, So we're going to run this through the die cutting machine, just like that, okay? I'll do that sort of off camera because it gets a little bit bulky and in the way when you've got it on the table. So we've made our hole there. We'll just put that stuff away. And then we're also going to need a 4x4 window sheet. So I've just cut that, and that'll just go straight over that to create our little window. And then I've just used the Snowy Wonder Designer Series paper, and I've just cut a 4x4 square as well. Now, if this has a pattern on the other side that you don't like, or it looks weird, this one's okay because it's sort of the globes and they're kind of half cut off, half not. You just have to keep in mind when you have it on the back, what's actually you're going to see when you flip that open. Oops, and we're going to actually mount it this way. So when you open it, you're going to see it the right side up. And then when it's closed, it's not going to matter because it's straight up snow scene in there, right? So just keep in mind what pattern you have going on the back side. And if you don't like it, say you just don't want to see that and you want it to be the same, I just cut another 4x4 square and put that over top of my backing, and that covered it up and made it look pretty. You could also just do a full sheet if you want, but it's not really necessary, I don't think. Okay, so let's go ahead and hopefully that makes sense. And we're going to tear these to make our snow. And then we're going to emboss all this. I didn't do it ahead of time so that I could show you exactly step by step how you're going to do this. And it all made sense to you. So I'm just going to switch plates here real quick off camera and bring in the Snowflake Sky embossing folder. And just depending on which way you want your snow to go, you're going to put it in accordingly. I want it really snowy at the top and just a little bit at the bottom. So I'm going to do that. And if I can, to kind of save some time for myself and also for you, I might be able, I probably only get one in there. I'll tuck one of these ones in, so then I have to do less passes through the machine. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that really quickly. And there's our front and part of our snow done. And we'll run it through one more time real quick to get that other piece of snow. This is a fairly quick little project to do. So if you wanted to do multiples, the pack of little notepads that I bought online come in a 12-pack. So you could do up quite a few of these and then have them to give out in case somebody stops by and you don't have a gift for them. Quickly, you've got one of these and you can just say, oh, here, I made this for you. And they're never going to be the wiser that you actually didn't. I love to have these little gifty things on hand. So just kind of place your snow down wherever you want it. You're going to overlap them. And then you're going to cut off these little edges. I gave you a bit of wiggle room there to be able to layer your snow and then just trim it off. Hey, Glenda. All right. So there we go. So we've built our little front edge here. Got that little snow there. And then we've got our little window for our snow globe. Okay, so this is, we've recreated exactly what we have here. Just doing it in a different scale. All right, and then, oh, I didn't grab my 3D little, I'm not prepared, you guys. I was sitting at my computer and I was doing posting and stuff for tomorrow. I didn't grab any of the stuff I need. We need some little foam strips as well. Okay, so we can go ahead and we can put our 4x4 window sheet square down. Just like that. So you can't really see. Well, it's got dog hair on it, so you can see it for sure. At least I can. So we've got that window sheet in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build our little window. So you just take your little foam sheets, and I would just follow along the edge of this little dome, or whatever shape you cut out. You don't have to use the dome. You can use this lovely branch one if you want. Hey, Wendy. It's totally up to you. Actually, I probably will just wrap that across. And you want to make sure that if you do have an open little corner or something, actually I'm just going to snip that right there so that it goes around the corner a little bit better. You want to make sure that you get those butted up to each other so that you don't have any leakage of any of your little sprinkles. Does that make sense, everybody? I'm sure most of you have probably made a shaker card before. And then I've brought in the white loose snowflakes, which you can't get anymore, so hopefully you've gotten them in your stash and you can go crazy. And you want to kind of just make sure that they're sort of in one layer, because otherwise they get stuck and they don't look as nice and they don't move around. If you find that your window sheet, a leaky shaker, that's right. If you find that the window sheet is very clingy to whatever element you're putting in, it's more so not so much with these because they are kind of like a matte finish. I find with like the shiny sequins and that sort of thing, they get a little bit staticky and sticky. If you just use your embossing buddy and run it over your window sheet first, it will kind of take away a little bit of that. What's the word I'm looking for? Static. Sorry, it just went right out of my brain. I just took out one that's kind of missing half of its little snowflake because it doesn't look very nice. Okay, and then hopefully I'm doing this right. This is the test. If I put it on correctly. If not, we'll just cut another piece real quick, like I said, and we're good. So we pulled that off, and you could add little extra sequins in there if you wanted to. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to, let me just, when I open it, I want it to be like that. So if I turn this around, this is just for my benefit so that I can remember what I'm doing. I think I'm putting this down. Yes. So when you open it, so your pad's going to be here. So when you open it, I want to see in the right direction when I open that my little snow globes are looking at the person that's opening this. Does that make sense, everybody? So we want to put this down upside down, essentially. Oops, and I just stuck it to the globe. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I made a mess. Okay, there we go. So we're just going to lay it right down over that window sheet. So that's why this is 4x4 as well. So it'll just cover that right up. And then we're just going to stick it down and make sure it's stuck down good, just like that. So then when we open it, it's going to be facing the right direction. So if you don't want that hassle, just cover it up with a solid piece of paper again, and you won't even have to worry about trying to figure that out. So we're just going to use a little bit of tear tape on this 1-inch little spot we made here, and that is going to tape to the back of our little notepad. So we're going to pull those off, and we're just going to line up. It'll kind of come over a little bit on that black part just because I've cut it a little bit bigger, but it'll stick down really well. So you're just lining it up right at that 1-inch score mark that you made. Okay, makes sense. And then when you flip it closed, it's got that extra little bit so that you've got a little bit of room there, and it also gives you room for that little bit of bulkiness that the shaker card makes. Okay, or the shaker element, I should say. So we've got that. So we've got our little notepad. Is it not adorable? Who's already thinking of who they're going to put on their naughty list? Oh, I was going to put that in the back. Oh, silly me. Oh well, too late now. Now it's not going to look the same as what I wanted it to. Oh, shucks. Little sticks. Okay, well, I'll have to make another one. But that's okay. I've got these little guys, and we can put this. What I wanted to do was tuck this in the back on top of that paper. And then, I don't know what I was thinking. And then have the snowflakes facing there. And this would just cover all that up and you wouldn't even see it. But, you know, I'm not going to cut another one because that'll take a few minutes. So what I was going to do is have it like this and then decorate from there. But we'll make another one and I'll post a picture of it. So what we can still do though is we can put this on. We can tuck it right under there, just like that. We can still make this cute. We can still save it, guys. Don't worry. So we'll just stick that down. And then I pulled out all my little red colored penguins because I wanted them to match my little snowman. But that's okay. We'll improvise here. We'll put the little guy in the middle that has the present. Because I had a bunch of these already pre-cut in a little thing. And so my main focus here is to clean up all of these little bits that I have from making Christmas cards that are lying around my craft room, but also to show you projects of little gifts that you can make. I will do another one. I'll do it the proper way that I wanted to, and then I'll post it. Okay? Deal? That's right. Like I say, I've got 12 of these little notepads, and I said, I'm not sure if you were on yet, Glenda. You can just have them hanging around, and in case somebody stops by, you quickly have a little gift, and you can say, oh, look, I have this for you. I made it for you. And no one's going to be the wiser that you didn't. You just had a little stack of them in a drawer. So from the Reindeer Fun dies, I'm going to pull out the little bells, and I'm going to cut those out of gold foil. So let's do that real quick. But I did have that really cute idea in my head, so I will redo it. And maybe it'll be a giftie that I send out to somebody once the postal strike is over. Okay, and we'll get our little bells out here. Because you know I like to send my watchers little gifties. Okay. Yep, 12 little notepads you get in the pack, and then you can do them up for all kinds of seasons. So we've got a large one and a small one. So my thought was to just kind of put them right here because I thought it would look cute. And then I'll probably use some of the red and white baker's twine. And that kind of just decorated the edge of this little snow globe, I thought. This was my thought last night when I was prepping all the little pieces anyways. No, I have not prepped all of this stuff ahead of time. Some of it I'm doing on the fly, creating on the fly. I don't know if this is back in stock. I haven't been in to look because my last 2 orders showed up today, so I really don't need much. Well, there are 2 new kits releasing tomorrow, so you never know. There might be a midnight order that will go in on my part. Oops, I didn't leave a tail there. Let's just not be stingy with this, eh? But if someone is in a panic for this and can't get it, if it is out of stock, I do have 4 rolls of it. And I do have a very, or a full pack of the peppermints. If anybody was not able to get those, I pretty much have created anything and everything I need to with them, and I'm happy to share if you need them. Because they are not back till like Christmas Day or something, I think. Hang on, I just got to get this bow to work out for me here. There we go. Oh, and recolored DSP. Yes, we talked about that someday this week. I'm losing track of all days now, you guys, because I'm going live every day. I think we talked about it on Saturday's live, though. Baileys and tea. I'm pretty sure. I showed you the pictures and all the goodies. Okay, that's not sticking down, so let's just do that. I got new snips today because I don't know what I cut my last ones with. but I did some damage to them, so I had to get new ones, and that's not working. Let's grab a little block. Let's do the block trick. Why are we trying to be difficult here? Okay, so now we need a sentiment. What do you guys think we should put on it? Should we put the naughty and nice again, or should we do something different? And while you're commenting of what you think we should put on it, I will glue just a few more little elements of snow around it like I have the other one here. Now you may not want to do this if you think the person that you're gifting it to might like carry it around in their purse, because these will probably rip off in someone's purse. Although it'll be a fun little treat. Instead of finding lint at the bottom of your purse, you'll find little snowflakes. That'll be fun, right? Lord knows what's in the bottom of my purse. Anybody else got a dirty purse they haven't cleaned out in a very long time? Mine's like a knapsack, so, because I really don't like purses, but, you know, you got to carry one around with all your junk and your husband's junk. Because, you know, he only has pockets, and then he's like, oh, they got big bulky pockets. They look silly. So you're carrying around their junk, too. My little rant about purses, eh? Okay. Whoops. Let's get that stuck down. Okay, we might need some peppermints on here, too. I might have to grab those. Have we decided what we think we should put on it? What do you guys think? Shall we stick to the, let me scroll and see what anyone said. Glenda's just laughing at me. Is Wendy still out there? What does Wendy have to say? Nope, okay. Nobody's got an opinion. I'll just stamp the naughty or nice then, because it's my favorite little stamp. And so this is just the this tag element that comes in this stamp set, and I just fussy cut it out because it doesn't come with a punch or anything like that, but I wanted to use it, so I just grabbed that. And then we've got real red on here, so we'll use real red. We'll maybe make this one a naughty one. How does that sound? This is the naughty list one. And then we'll put it on this side probably, because that's logically where it fits. I did have some. Here we go. You just changed your purse. I didn't know you carried a purse, Glenda. I don't think I've ever seen you with a purse. But that's good that you cleaned it out and you don't have any fluffs hanging around at the bottom or random snowflakes. If I put this list in my purse, I'm going to have snowflakes in my purse, but that's okay. I'm okay with finding snowflakes. All right, we'll make this the naughty list. That turned out pretty cute, even though I forgot it. Oh, look at you with an organized purse, Wendy. Good on ya. Like I say, I don't like them, so I'm just going to trim that off a little. Okay, so what do you think? Even though we didn't put this little guy in here like he was supposed to, but like I say, I'll make another one, and I will post it so that you can see what my original intention of this was tonight. But I think it turned out pretty cute too. So here you go. You got a naughty and a nice list. And you can choose who you put on it. So quick and easy project tonight. Nothing too complicated about it. I'll just go over the measurements one more time so that you know what they are. So you're going to get a 4x6 little notepad in a 12-pack from that lovely online store that'll deliver to your door. Your basic white piece is going to be 7 inches by 4 1/8, and that's going to be enough to cover your full pad. And then you're going to score it at, let's open it this way so you can see, you're going to score it at 1 inch and 3/4 of an inch, just to give you that little bit of a border there so that you have your enough room for your window. And then you've got a 4x4 inch window sheet underneath here, and then you've got a 4x4-inch piece of designer series paper. So depending on what you use and what the pattern is, you may want to cover it up with the same pattern or have something totally different, whatever you want. It's a great way to use up a 4x4 square of any type of paper that you want. And then we use the Snowfall Sky embossing folder on it and just tore little pieces. So these little pieces down here are 1.5 by 4.25 for the snow area, and you need 2 of them. And then you just need a shaker bit of any sort, but I was just trying to use up all my little snowflakes. So there you go, a little naughty or nice list. Tomorrow we're coming back at 8 o'clock again to make a door hanger little pouch, which you can hang on anyone's door and put a little goodie in it. And it's a great little project. So I hope to see you at 8 o'clock tomorrow. A reminder, will go up at 7:30 that I'm live in a half an hour. So grab your snack and your treat and your drink and your comfy chair and join me for some crafty Christmas fun. Thanks everybody for joining me tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Paper hugs. Bye-bye.